You need to stop lying to yourself and everybody else. You just need to stop. This isn't really that much of a problem with older entrepreneurs. It sometimes really can be, but it's chronic with younger entrepreneurs because you guys grew up in an age of Instagram and social media and YouTube, and it's where a bunch of people are showing off their best case scenarios, their best case everythings. I've even done stuff like that. And what I mean by lying is I don't mean you're being unethical or dishonest or something like that. Though with a lot of young entrepreneurs, that is a chronic problem as well. What you need to do is you need to stop lying in a few different regards. You need to stop lying to yourself that your product's really good when it's not. Look at your groups. Like, for example, if you look at HCOM 2020 or 3030, we have so many testimonials and so many people getting results and a very low refund amount. And we are constantly going back and improving that course over and 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 over again. Same thing with Market Hero. I put all my time into optimizing that software. And that's what you first need to do. Look at your shit. And I'm not saying don't do something because you're afraid of not getting people results. You need to put stuff out there, and then when people are not getting the results that you want, you need to sit down and really focus on them and get them results. Stop lying to yourself and telling yourself that you're helping people and you're changing the world. You need to admit, in some cases, you're just a greedy little shit who's trying very hard to make as much money while doing as little and giving as much value as possible so you can take pictures of yourself on Instagram next to your car. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I've been guilty of doing that stuff in the past. Now, the past few years, I've very, very much focused on making great products. But at the same exact time, again, I'm focusing too much time on taking pictures on Instagram and doing YouTube and stuff like that. It's been a huge holdback for me. And by being honest with myself and saying, I don't fucking need that stuff and I don't care what other people think of me, it's gave me so many breakthroughs in my business. Now, if you're a super young entrepreneur and you're doing this, stop lying to yourself. Stop telling yourself that you're trying to go and improve the world, because you're not. You're not putting time in your customers. You're not putting time in the people that you're working with. You're not putting time into your staff and making a great company. And you're trying to squeeze as much profit as you possibly can out of this thing while putting in as little value back. And frankly, if you look at any other real entrepreneurs out there who've built big real businesses, they break even for the longest time figuring out these things. And then when they finally figure out these things, that's when their business explodes. Stop lying. Now, next, this is chronic with so many people. I can tell you where my customers come from, exactly how much they'll spend on the course of a payment plan, exactly how much they'll spend with me over 6 months, and actually whether my ads are profitable or not, and how much money I'm truly going to make from a promotion. I also know the chargeback rate, I know the refund rate, and I have that all factored into it. I know it down to a fucking T. You probably don't. All your numbers, all the tracking, you probably don't even track things. And if I'm wrong here, this doesn't apply to you, but if I'm right, you need to sit down. Because you have a serious problem. Your business is bullshit. Your business is an effing mess. Stop lying. Stop lying and posting income reports that are inflated. Stop lying and saying that, oh, I do this much. I do this much gross. I sold this much gross in a webinar. No, what I showed you at the start of this course, that's $1 million cash revenue going in my Stripe account. Not gross, not imaginary numbers. And I'm being straight up honest with you. That cash revenue number is not the total profit. Okay? There are chargebacks, there are disputes, there are refunds, and I factor those things in to my numbers. I factor those things into my ads. If you're throwing, and the reason why you must do this is not because you want to be a saint. It's because you can't move your business over if you don't have the metrics you need to understand what the fuck is going on in your business. That is why you need these numbers. If you're not doing any accounting, if you don't know your profit and loss every single month, if you don't know exactly where the customer who came from certain ad set A is generating you over this amount of time, and you don't know, well, the people with the higher CPL are actually the ones spending the most money in your business, and if you don't know the tracking and you're using just like every webinar to track your numbers, there's some loose tracking every single day to look at your stuff, you are lost and you are a liar and your business is bullshit. I cannot say it in any other way. And you cannot move bullshit forward. If you refuse to live in reality, if you refuse to live in proper real numbers and data in your business, then you will never succeed in reality. You will only be capable of looking good on Instagram, and that little money you make from your business is going to go into your stupid shit that you put on Instagram. And then guess what? You're going to be broke because eventually someone who lives in reality is going to come and optimize their numbers so well and go so deep into their numbers and so deep into truth that there's no way you can compete with them because you are false. You are fake. And your business is a lie. And businesses that are based on truth and real numbers are actually able to take those big slugs and knock you the fuck out. So stop lying through the rest of this course. Don't come in the group and tell me that you ran one webinar and it had a 12 payment plan of $99 and you just made $1,200. No, you didn't. You probably made about $250 because people aren't completing that 12 payment plan. Don't come in here and show me your AdWords account where you spent $20,000 and you made $200,000 back. No, it's not. Remember at the beginning of this where I showed you my AdWords account and I showed you the Stripe account, the money coming in? That's $1 million from ads, not your fucking imaginary AdWords money. Don't show me your ad numbers. Don't come in here. I'm going to question you and I'm going to ask for the truth. And the reason why I want to do this is because truth is going to move your business forward. Real numbers and reality is going to move you forward, not the little feel-good stuff that you like to focus on. And it's the ugly stuff that you hide in the back of your business and don't focus on. That horrible customer support you have. The horrible customer, the people that don't understand the product. The incredibly high churn rate you have in your product. That's the stuff you don't want to talk about, sir. That's the stuff you don't want to talk about, sir or ma'am. And until you get real with that stuff, you're not going to be able to scale these ads because you can sell a $2,000 product. But guess what? If only people complete one payment plan and you have a refund rate of 25% and your customer support's terrible, you can't scale shit because the money's not coming in and you can't pay for your ads. And then you're going to use credit cards or whatever to cover it up. And then you're going to post on Facebook. And then you're going to use all sorts of shit to cover it up and not look at it, and then it's going to be too late. And then someone who really knows their numbers, like myself or a few of the other sharks out there, are going to spot what you're doing, see what's working, take our businesses and optimize it, and knock you the fuck out. So stop it right now. I love you, all right? Just had to have a little harsh talk about reality. All right, so I'll see you in the next video.